I was a lot smaller than him, even physically, so I could never do anything except run to my mother, and that made me look even worse because it earned me the label of a mama's boy. My mother would always reprimand him, but it didn't help because my dad would always take his side and tell my mother that I needed to learn how to play rough because that's how I would become a guy. But I didn't want to learn how to be a guy, I just wanted to live in peace. And for some reason, my dad and my brother just seemed to hate the idea of me having a peaceful life. They would constantly try to bother me one way or another. My mother would try to protect me, but there was only so much she could do because it wasn't like she could constantly keep an eye on us while also doing all the household chores. She was a stay-at-home mom, and she had a lot on her plate, what with raising us and also keeping the house in order. So it was nearly impossible for her to always prevent me from getting bullied by my brother or my dad. That's how things were for me growing up, and with time, I learned to accept it and just let it go instead of constantly complaining about it and fighting against it. Then, when I was in 8th grade, my mother sat me down and told me that she was separating from my dad. At that point, I was old enough to understand that they had their reasons and this was for the best. She didn't tell me the exact reason why they were getting divorced, but I just assumed